Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my match here on WWE 2K25. This one is six-man tag elimination action as Rush, Dragon Lee, and Andrade of LIJ take on Suzuki-guns, Minoru Suzuki, Zack, Sabre Jr., and Lance Archer. Right then, remember the rules of these matches, by the way. It is a standard six-man tag elimination match. You get a point if you're on the winning team, but we're also given bonus points for every elimination. So if you eliminate all three of your opponents, you could actually get +4 from this match. It's not likely, but it is possible that it could happen. Let's have a quick look at these three on the ranking system then. Dragon Lee, currently on -4 after 8 matches, which is shockingly bad. Andrade El Idolo, -1 after 27 matches. Again, it's pretty bad. And Rush, not Crush, not Leo Rush. Rush is on -2 after 13. So all three of these guys are in the negatives and really desperately need some help with this match. Then over to Suzuki-gun. Minoru Suzuki himself is on +14 after 17 matches. So he's actually in a very good position. Lance Archer also in a very good position with +14 after 20 matches. And finally, Zack Sabre Jr. He is currently up in 16th position on +16 after 23. So a real difference here. You've got all three of the members of Suzuki-gun are really high up in the rankings. They're all actually in the top 20, which is mad when you look at it. And all three members of the LIJ stable are in the negatives. They're all well in the 500-600s, if not even lower than that. So there's a big swing here. You can definitely tell the difference with the two teams, and one of these teams will desperately need the win a lot more than the other. I mean, Suzuki, though, he's had an okay year. He's currently on +1, but of course he had that opportunity at the #1 contendership yesterday in the match against John Moxley for the Underground, which he lost. And this is a chance for him to sort of build some points back up again. Right then, we are underway. Like I said, elimination rules. So to win the match, all three of your opponents have to be pinned or submitted to eliminate. I click the wrong button, which is not great. My monitor's gone funky, which is also not great. So yeah, it should be interesting. Again, I think LIJ are desperate for these points, and I possibly would like LIJ to walk out here. Oh, I told you to press the wrong button. Has that caused us some trouble? I really want the ranking to start balancing itself out. I want, as I've said in the past, to see the cream rise to the top. Are we okay here? Go away. Go away, I don't want you open. Thank you, it's gone. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. I accidentally opened OBS at the same time I had my Elgato open, and it's sort of, it did a little bit of funkiness, but we're fine. Rush now big back sent onto the outside on Lance Archer. Remember, there is also full scan anywhere, which should make it a little bit easier, but the referee is incredibly slow to get in position. Not that I think that would have been a pinfall anyway at this point in time in the match. And we can see all three members of LIJ then next week in When Worlds Collide as well, which I think we probably should, to be honest. I think all three of them need as much opportunity as possible to prove how good they are. Andrade there with the elbow into the leg of Zack Sabre Jr., sending him crashing into the barricade. Suzuki now taking Rush up. Nice sit-out Michinoku driver. As Lance Archer now bringing Dragon Lee back up to a standing base. I feel like Dragon Lee might be the weakest member of this match, really, which is not a bad thing. I mean, the other five are all fantastic. They're all former high-level champions. I'm not quite sure if Lance Archer's ever won a world championship or not, but I'm pretty sure the rest all have. Lance Archer, I know, has won some big singles championships. Of course, he was the United States champion in New Japan for a while. I think he defeated John Moxley a few years ago for that, which was quite a brutal match. It was a Texas death match, I think, on Dynamite. Rush now sending Zack Sabre Jr. into the ring steps. Going to roll him over into the pin. Referee is rough to get into position, but it's only a 1 count. Andrade with Suzuki up on the shoulder. Lovely, taking him down. And this really could go either way, to be honest. I say, as much as I would like LIJ to win, it really is quite a balanced match. Both teams have a lot of ability. And I think whoever gets the first elimination is probably going to be the massive favourite, because it is so difficult to turn things around once you do have that elimination. Pinfall now. Only a 2 count, but we're getting closer and closer. Zack now, big boot right in the face of Andrade, who then gets a bin lid thrown at him. Rush now taking Zack up, catches him and into the backstab. A very good move. And now look at Arch. We've seen this before. The inverted chokeslam, just dropping Rush face first. Cheeky roll up here by Andrade on Archer. Not enough. Dragon Lee taking Zack Sabre Jr. up. Zack able to slide out the back. And look at the back elbow there by Dragon Lee on Zack. And takes him up into the top. Oh my god, his leg got caught on the ring. That could be a broken leg. There's a pile driver there by Rush on Lance Archer on the outside. Doesn't go for the pin. I thought he was going to there, to be honest, but no. Looks to continue the offense. Nice shoulder breaker there by Suzuki on Dragon Lee. Archer rolling up Rush. We can't see because the camera works terrible, but Rush was looking like he was going to line up some sort of butterfly powerbomb there, but it was reversed, and now, oh, Archer just slamming him spine first into the barricade. So no eliminations as of yet, but like I said, I think that first elimination is going to be absolutely huge in this one. Rush now ducks away from Zack Sabre Jr. Now drops him with the kicks. Andrade working over Lance Archer, takes him in the ring, and now Rush up. Oh, J-Driller. That butterfly pile driver, there's the pin. Referee so freaking slow. And that allowed Minoru Suzuki to break it up. Rush now with a strike into the face. Nice clothesline. Here's a pin by Andrade for the 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Andrade needs these points. They all need these points desperately at LIJ. Been trying to help Rush out for ages, and he's just always been shocking. Dragon Lee now with the elbow into the face of Suzuki. Now takes him up. Oh, lovely. Lovely maneuver that. Ended up into the power bomb. Zack Sabre Jr. now taking Dragon Lee down. Rush, of course, was the brother of Dragon Lee. We should have gone for the full brother set here, shouldn't we? Rush, Dragon Lee, and Dralistico. That would be pretty cool. A running knee strike there by Dragon Lee, and now Rush has the arms hooked once again. Looking at that J-Driller, but Lance Archer saw it coming this time. Picks him up and in with the Alabama Slam. And a double-handed choke slam, though, by Lance Archer on Andrade. Steps on him for a very cheeky pin, and it's only a 2 count. He deserves it, really. He didn't do a proper pin at all. All he had to do was actually put his body weight across me. Probably would have got him eliminated, but nope, not to be the case. Zack Sabre Jr., the only man up on his feet. Rush now looking to drop Zack face first across the apron. And Andrade now Russian leg sweep with the arm hooked. Very painful maneuver. Suzuki trying to pin Rush. The referee is so crap on this game. It's unbelievable. He just buggers off out the way. He needs to be in the middle. He needs to be getting to a place where he can make these pins a lot better. Look at this moonsault there by Zack on Dragon Lee. Referee does get into position, but Rush is there to break it up. There is the... Oh my god, okay. Well, it was a pretty good DDT by Andrade, one of his finisher maneuvers, but both Lance Archer and Zack Sabre Jr. were there straight away to absolutely wipe the floor with him. Archer now with a pin on Rush. Only a 2 count. Archer now has Rush throttled up into the chokeslam on the outside once again. There's the pin, and this surely... No, it's only a 2 count. And it's Suzuki-gun at the moment who is looking like the strongest here. Looking like they're the ones who are going to go on and get the win. And now look at this. Andrade got back in the ring and he's now getting 3-on-1. Andrade running in with a dropkick into the back. Suzuki now with a backbreaker. And Andrade able to save Rush there from the pin. Nice cutter there by Andrade, taking down Zack Sabre Jr. Someone needs to get an elimination soon, surely. That first elimination is going to make all the difference. That numbers advantage is going to make such a huge difference. Dragon Lee now sending Suzuki crashing. Dragon Lee standing shooting star. I think Suzuki got the knees up by the looks of it. Rush had Archer up on the shoulders. Archer fighting back with the elbows in the face. And now just slamming the face of Rush right into his knee. Now both Andrade and Archer back in the ring. Zack's going to come in as well just to cause issues. And Zack is going to take Andrade up and packages him down with the legs hooked. This could be the first elimination of the match by Zack Sabre Jr. on Andrade and LIJ. There's people that I want to do well that are just absolute serial losers, aren't there? So Zack gets the point, moves up to a +17 after 23 matches, and now the numbers advantage are firmly in the hands of Suzuki-gun, and I think that's going to be it. There's no way they're coming back from this, surely. As much as I want Rush to get all 3 of these eliminations and win the match, I just can't see it now. It's just a matter of time before Suzuki-gun finish this one off. Look at Suzuki and Archer both together working on Rush, and just when Dragon Lee thinks he's got the advantage of Zack Sabre Jr., Suzuki chops away at the back of the knee. Lance Archer now eliminates Rush. Archer with a point then moves up to a +15, and it's now 3-on-1. Suzuki with a pin on Dragon Lee. They all get 1 elimination each. Oh my god, brutal, isn't it? Absolutely brutal. Okay. So, Zack Sabre Jr. with that victory moves up to a +18 overall. Suzuki with that victory moves up to a +16 overall. And Lance Archer with that victory moves up to a +16 overall as well. And then we head down to the doldrums of the other end of the ranking system. Andrade El Idolo now moves down to a -2 after 28 matches. Rush is going to move down to a -3 after 14 matches. And Dragon Lee is going to move down to a -5 after 9 matches. Brutal. And I mean, it's always the way, as I said earlier on, we put the best against the best. That's how these matches work. That's how I get views. So it's not like we've given them many easy matches to build themselves up, but they've got to start taking some of these opportunities by the horns. At the moment, they're just losing every single opportunity they get. And I know we can utilise LIJ again next week as part of When Worlds Collide, but the question is, do they deserve to be utilised again? I mean, I'm sure we can throw Dragon Lee into some random lucha matches. I mean, maybe we just look around who's near them in the ranking system. I mean, Dragon Lee and Amazing Red are both on minus... Oh no, Dragon Lee's on -5 now. The Amazing Red's on -4. Lince Dorado is on -4. El Hijo de LA Park is on -4. Fuego del Sol is on -4. There's potentially a nice little triple threat we can have there with some luchas. Who knows? Anyway, that is the end of this one. Both Zack Sabre Jr. and Suzuki busted open, and Lance Archer just proves to be the beast. Right, I love you, leave you good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you very much for watching. 2 more matches before the pay-per-view. Next up, then, Athena versus Chris Statlander before the last match before the pay-per-view. Kota Ibushi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Mike Bailey. Good night.